in the beginning of my practice, but we're here now. So let's get started. We're going to do a very different beginning and a very different warm up. So coming onto our back, we are going to start in the very, very first poses the same, but listen carefully as we get going, just so that you know where we're going to meet. So coming into Supta Baddha Konasana as usual, soles of the feet together on the back, both hands to your belly or right hand to your belly, left hand to your chest. Taking 3 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose, open your mouth, exhale. Inhale through the nose. Really release. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. From here, inhaling and exhaling through the mouth or through the nose only. And as always, we use these breaths to ground ourselves, focus in on our practice, and listen to our body. Remembering that the best practice is the practice where you listen and do the poses and only the poses that feel good. Remembering your own strengths and your own challenges. Every day is different. Your body is going to be different each time you come to the mat. And it's important that we listen and pay attention so that we can make it the best and safest practice for us. When you're ready, take your hands to the outsides of your knees, press your knees together, curling yourself into a little ball, taking your knees into your chest if that feels good, grabbing your wrists, forearms or elbows, shoulders on the back, lengthening the tailbone, maybe taking a few rocks side to side to massage the spine. And when you're ready, take your hands behind your knees and start to rock up and down the mat. We're going to rock up and down the mat, but this time, take a few more rocks. We're coming up a little bit differently, and we're going to come straight up on your next rock into a tabletop position. So rocking up, planting your hands, planting your knees, maybe recentering yourself on the mat. Coming into that nice strong tabletop, we're going to take 3 cat-cows. So inhaling, extend your tailbone up to the sky, extend the crown of your head up to the sky. Lengthen through that spine and exhale. Curl your tailbone under, tuck your head or let your head hang. Curling, rolling that spine, maybe wiggling if you need to. 2 more times. Inhaling, extending. Don't crunch the back. Don't crunch any part of the lower back. Extending the spine, extending the crown of the head as you lift. And then exhale, tuck that belly in, extend that tailbone down, let the head hang. Inhaling, lifting the crown of the head, lifting the tailbone, shoulders down the back. Exhale, 1 more cow. Pressing through the ground with your hands. Inhale, come back to neutral. And then we're going to extend our right arm out in front of us and our left leg out. So we're going to balance on opposite left and right knee. On the inhale, extend. And on the exhale, bring your right elbow to meet your left knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Shoulders down the back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, release. We're going to do the same thing opposite. So left arm extends, right leg extends. On your exhale, knee to elbow, roll, curve that spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull that belly in, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow, balance. And inhale, extend and release. From here, we're going to take a little bit of a stretch. We're going to inhale, rotate your body, lift that right arm up to the sky, shoulder down the back to help you get up. And then exhale, thread your right arm under your left so that your shoulder and the back side of your head come down to the ground. So this is thread the needle. Knees are about hip width distance apart, shoulders on the ground, back of the head's on the ground. If you want to, you can inhale your left arm up to the sky. If you want to take it into a twist, go ahead and reach for your right t-shirt, trousers, inner thigh, whatever you can grab. Only if this feels good though. If you're good where you were with your left hand supporting, stay there. We're just here for one more breath. Inhaling for one. Exhale for one. If you took the twist, go ahead and inhale, release your left arm back up to the sky, place it on the side of your head, use it to press your body up, realigning yourself, planting that right hand. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. So inhale, left arm up to the sky this time, shoulders down the back. I don't go very far. It doesn't matter how far you go. And then exhale, thread your left hand through underneath your right arm, coming to the back side of the left side of your head, coming onto your your left shoulder. Inhaling your right arm up to the sky. If that feels good, if you want to take the twist, if not, staying where we were. And then exhale, go ahead and take the twist farther if that feels good, grabbing the inside of the left thigh, the t-shirt, the trousers, whatever you can get your hands on. Taking this nice twist, however deep you decided to go today. Inhaling for your last breath and exhaling. If you took the arm around, go ahead and inhale your right arm up to the sky, exhaling it down alongside your head, and pressing your body up with that right hand, coming back into our tabletop. From here, we're coming straight into a downward facing dog, so tuck the toes under. Exhale, press your hips up and back. And we're going to walk that dog out if it feels good. Just taking a few breaths here. We're warming up quite differently. Pressing your hips up and back, heels pressed down. Inner elbows press forward, fingers are strong. Coming into a still downward facing dog. From here, all we're going to do is walk ourselves up, take that tiptoe stretch to stretch out those feet. Walk yourself up to where your hands come between your feet, come between your hands. Why is that such a difficult thing to get straight every time? Your hands are released down to the ground. We're coming into our nice ragdoll. So go ahead and take a deep bend in the knees. Grab your wrists, forearms, or elbows if it feels good. Let the head hang. And we're just taking this nice forward fold. You can go ahead and rock side to side if that feels good. Slowly coming around the body. Go ahead and release your hands down to the ground and roll yourself up to standing. Pressing through those feet, lining up your spine. When you get to the shoulders, roll them up, back, and down. You can do that more than once if it feels good. Big toes come to touch, little gap in the ankles, arms alongside, coming into your Tadasana. Tailbone is tucked under. Don't let your bottom stick out. Tailbone's tucked under, core is strong, thighs are engaged, shoulders down the back. Crown of the head is long and extending to the ceiling. Take one breath here and exhale to ground. Take another breath, set your intention. Exhale to release it out. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms up. We're going to take one sun salutation A. Hopefully you're warmed up and ready for it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift, shoulders down the back, crown of the head and tail lengthening away from each other. Plant your hands, and on the exhale, if you want to step back, great. If you're ready to float or hop yourself back, go ahead and do that. Coming through our vinyasa, so let the knees come down or keep them up. Coming through chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra, wherever you are this morning or afternoon. And exhale, down dog. Again, we're just here for one breath. So inhaling for one, exhale for one. Look to the front of the mat. We're going to step float or hop our feet forward. And we're going to come into chair. So on the inhale, sweep your fingers. You might want to touch the mat as you sweep your fingers up, tailbones pressing back, hips stay down, coming into our chair. Exhale to ground. Inhale here. And on the exhale, go ahead and forward fold over your legs. Grasp behind your back. Make a fist, extend the arms up to the sky on the inhale. And on the exhale, go ahead and let those arms fold over your head, opening up those shoulders. We're here for two more breaths. Inhaling for one. Exhaling for one. Pressing through the sitting bones, lifting them up to the sky, trying not to press through the backs of the knees. Letting the head hang. Your fist can be open or closed, whatever feels better. On your next inhale, go ahead and release those hands down to the ground in your halfway lift. And we're going to take it into Padangusthasana. I told you it's going to be pretty different today. So take your feet hip width distance apart. Big two-piece fingers to your big toes. Take a nice deep bend in the knees again. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, shoulders down the back, tailbone and crown extending away from each other. And exhale, forward fold. Elbows come out to the side. Head, crown of the head comes down. Don't jam those knees back. We're lifting the sitting bones up to the sky. So it's a lift and a lengthen of the crown, not a jamming backward or pressing or shoving up, I guess I should say. So a gentle lift, gentle lengthen. We're here for one more breath. Inhaling for one. Exhale for one. On your next inhale, release, come into your halfway lift. From here, we're going to practice a little bit differently. We're coming straight into a warrior three. But for those of you who have who are still working on our balance, this is going to be a nice, easy way to come into it. Go ahead and grab your block if you need to. Placing your block right underneath you. If you'd like to take it a little bit harder, but you're not quite at the balance yet, keep your hands on the ground. Everybody's going to lift that left leg up, grounding through the right leg, shoulders down the back. If you've got your balance, or if you want to practice maybe with one hand, go ahead and press up, lift one hand. If you're with me, you're releasing your hands either side of your body. We've got airplane arms, grounding through that right foot, strong left leg. We're here for two more breaths. Inhaling for one. Crown of the head extending. Keep that spine as long as you can. Exhale for one. Inhale for two. Exhale for two. If your hands came up, go ahead and release them back down either side of that right foot and slowly step your left foot back. We're in a low lunge. Inhale, lift yourself up into a warrior two, grounding on the exhale. On your next inhale, flip your right palm up to the sky. We're going to reverse the warrior, keeping that right knee over that right ankle. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. But listen to me as we go. Go ahead and place your right forearm on your right thigh. Inhaling, keeping that arm over that left ear, rotating the chest open. Exhale. Inhale, reverse the warrior one more time. Pressing either the thigh or the calf, not the knee. Exhale this time, if you're ready for it, if it's in your practice, go ahead and take your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Inhaling, opening that chest again. Right hand is down, left hand is over that left ear. On your next inhale, we're coming back up and we're reversing that warrior one more time. And then on the exhale, extended angle one more time. This time, though, you're taking it to your farthest challenge. So if you can take that right hand in, go ahead. If you can take the bind, go ahead and take the bind or a half bind. Either way is fine. Inhaling for one, rotating that chest open. Don't let the chest dump into that leg. Lift it up. And exhale. Release both hands either side of that right foot. We're coming into side plank. So plant that left hand, rotate onto the blade of the left foot. You can take your two-piece fingers to your big toe, or you can come straight into side plank. Inhaling, lifting that right arm up to the sky. Exhale. Inhale, reach that right arm over that right ear. Exhale that right hand down. Coming into three-legged dog. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee crosses the body, comes to the left elbow, twist through the torso, extend that right leg, coming into fallen triangle. Inhale, lift that left arm up to the sky. Exhale to ground. Inhale for one more. Exhale to ground. On your next inhale, release your left arm back down to the ground. Lift your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot up between your hands. Step your left foot up between your hands, hip distance apart. We're coming into Pashmitanasana. So taking the soles of your feet under the palms of your hand under the soles of your feet. Take the toes to the wrist creases. Deep bend in the knees, shoulders down the back, crown of the head extends. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, pressing the sitting bones up, lifting instead of pushing the knees back. We're here for two more breaths, inhaling for one, exhaling for one. Inhaling for two, exhaling for two. On the next inhale, coming into your halfway lift. This time, if you want to, you don't have to, go ahead and take it into a crow. So you can take it into Malasana, taking your feet wide, dropping your tailbone down, elbows come inside the knees, or come with me. We're gonna scoot our toes together, plant our hands, come up onto the tiptoes, pressing the knees into those armpits, as high up the arms as you can get. Slowly shifting the body forward, keeping the lift, using the core to pull those feet in. We're here for one more breath. And slowly releasing, coming back to meet us in a Malasana. And then everybody together is going to take it back, plant the hands, lifting the hips, walking the feet back together. And we're coming through that same sequence. This time we're taking our warrior three with our left leg grounding. So helping us to learn our balance if we don't have it yet. We're slowly lifting that right leg up to the sky, keeping our hands on the ground, using that block with the left hand under the left hand if you need to. If not, if you're coming up with me, airplane arms one more time. Each other. We're here for two more breaths. Inhaling for one. Exhale for one. Inhale for two. Exhale for 2. Release your hands back down to the ground if they came up. Slowly stepping that right leg back. Warrior 2. Back foot ground, back right foot grounded parallel to the back of the mat. Front left knee over the left ankle. On your next inhale, flip the left palm up. Reverse the warrior. On your exhale, extended side angle. So left forearm to left thigh, right arm over that right ear, rotating the body up, opening the chest. On your next inhale, we're reversing the warrior one more time. Exhale, take it a little bit farther if you can. Left hand comes to the inside of that left foot. Right arm extending over the right ear, still peeling that shoulder back, opening the chest. On your next inhale, reversing the warrior. And then taking your side angle one more time, either staying here. Each repetition can simply be forearm to thigh, or you're taking the bind or the half bind. Don't let that chest fall though. Lift it and rotate it. You're raising yourself up more than you are relying on the strength of that leg. Keeping the hips tucked under. On your exhale, release your hands either side of that left foot, coming back into your low lunge. And we're working into our side plank. So ground through that right hand. You can take your toe with your 2-piece fingers, coming onto the blade of the right foot, coming up. Any variation you'd like to. Try and take the variation you took last time, which for me was just a regular side plank. Inhaling, lifting your arm up. Exhale to ground. Inhale for one more. Exhale, shoulders over that wrist. Inhale, left arm comes over that left ear. Exhale, release your left hand down to the ground. Press yourself back into a downward facing dog. And inhale that left leg up to the sky. Remember, we're exhaling. Left knee comes to right elbow. Twist through the torso. Try and let your shoulders stay where they are. The waist is twisting. And then extending that left leg out for fallen triangle. Inhaling the right arm up to the sky. Exhale to ground. Inhaling for 1. Exhale back into a downward facing dog. One breath here, inhaling a big, deep, strong inhale. And then slowly exhaling that same breath with control. We're gonna look to the front of the mat, bend our knees, step float or hop ourselves forward, feet between the hands. From here, we're coming into the exact same, well, if you did Malasana last time and you want to try crow this time, great. Totally do that. If not, you're coming into the same Malasana or crow that you came into last time. So planting the hands, lifting the toes, getting those knees in, armpits as high up the arms as you can, shoulders away from the ear. If this is where you stay, practice here. Shifting the body forward, you'll feel it. You'll feel that sweet spot when you start to shift and your toes start to lose their grip. One toe, you can practice lifting one foot at a time. We're just here for one more breath. Inhaling for 1. Exhaling for 1. We're releasing down through, meeting everybody in Malasana. Inhaling, lengthening that spine. Exhaling, release. Everybody's releasing their hands down to the ground. We're going to try something a little bit, it's all different today. I don't know why I keep saying that. We're going to step our left foot, back into warrior one. So back left foot's at a slight angle. Inhaling, hips are square, warrior one. Exhaling, opening up, warrior two. From here, we're taking it into warrior three. So if you need to keep the block handy, go ahead and do that. All we're doing is shifting our body weight over that right knee, letting that left leg come up, coming into our warrior three. Keep the hand on the ground if you want to. If not, we're going to meet you there, dropping your right hand down, placing your left hand on your left hip, peeling it open to help yourself take that alignment, and then possibly inhaling, left arm up to the sky. If you want to take the Chapasana, bend that left knee, grabbing the back of the left foot or left ankle. Inhale, extend through the crown of the head. Make sure that spine stays long. Lifting up, pressing the thigh away from the floor. We're just here for one more breath. Exhale, release your hands down to the ground, back into that warrior three with your hands on the ground. All we're going to do is drop our left foot back. We're taking Hanumanasana, we're going to take half split first. So pressing your hips back so that your hips are in line over that left knee, extending your right leg, inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhale, forward fold yourself, kind of like we do in Pashmitanasana or Janushasana, just extending that crown of the head over. If you want to walk your hands back, you can. Inhaling and staying here to lengthen, or if you want to take it into your full Hanumanasana, go ahead. This doesn't have to be all the way down. This is a practice for a reason. You can take a block, shove it under there, help give yourself some support, or you can stay up with me. I'm way far away from the ground, as my daughter likes to remind me all the time. Shoulders are down the back, spine is long. Final breath here. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our right foot back, picking up our left knee, planting our hands on the ground, and just stepping it back into downward facing dog. You can take it through a vinyasa if you want to, but we're not going to do that today. There are very few vinyasas today. Inhale, left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your left foot in between those hands. We're going to take the exact same sequence we did just a minute ago. So ground through that back right foot, slight angle, inhaling into your warrior one. Ground here. Inhale, open it up, warrior two. So that back right foot comes parallel. You might need to walk it back a little bit to open up your stance. Grounding here. On your inhale, rotate yourself back up through that high lunge. And we're going to come into warrior three this way this time. So high lunge, planting our hands. This is a little bit easier. Coming forward into that supported warrior three if you need it. Or extending the crown of the head, lengthening the arms. So we're exploring different ways to come into these positions. I'm falling over because I'm talking with my hands. We're exploring different ways to come into these positions because I want you to discover the right way to do it for you. So remember, we're releasing our left hand down in front of and slightly to the left side of that left foot. Coming into our half moon, right hand comes to the right hip, peeling that hip open, possibly inhaling that right arm up to the sky. You can take your gaze up to the sky if you want to. If you want to take the Chapasana, we're bending the right knee, taking the right hand to the back of the right foot or the ankle. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and pressing that right leg, that right thigh away from the floor. One more breath in and exhale. If you took the Shavasana, go ahead and release yourself back into that warrior three, meeting everybody. Woo! with their hands either side of that left leg, slowly lowering your right leg back, coming into that low lunge, releasing the right knee back, coming into our half split. So hips come back, stay over your right knee, left leg is extended, foot is flexed. Inhale, lift through the crown of the head, extend the spine. Exhale, forward fold yourself over that left leg. Keeping the hips square, extending through the crown of the head. Staying here if this is the right practice for you. You can sit yourself back onto your heel if that's more comfortable for you. I find that I tend to hurt my heel when I do that. So I like to keep my hips lifted. I get a better stretch and it's a more comfortable position for me. But you do the pose that's right for you. That's all yoga is about. You do you. I know, such a popular phrase right now. If you want to take it into Hanumanasana, full split, go ahead and scoot your right leg back, extending the left leg, crown of the head is long, keeping those shoulders down the back, lengthening the spine. We'll hold it here for 2 more breaths. I know, it's such a long time. Inhaling for 1, exhaling for 1, inhaling for 2, exhaling for 2. On the next inhale, we're rebending that left knee, lifting the right knee off of the ground, planting through both of the hands. We're actually going to take our left hand to the outside of our, let's try that again, left foot to the outside of our left hand. And if you can, I want you to see if you can shift your body weight. This is good practice for shifting our body weight over those wrists. So shift your body weight forward, come into Malasana. So you're squatted, you're deep. We're all taking a Malasana now because we all know I like to transition to the floor from Malasana. Lengthen through the crown of the head, tailbone comes down. Try and make the weight over those feet nice and even, or at least trying to keep the feet flat on the ground if you can get them there. Shoulders down the back. It should feel nice and strong and straight in your spine, and you should be getting a really good stretch in your hips. If you have to come up onto your toes, remember, that's okay if your feet don't touch. We're just working toward that. And when you're ready, go ahead and release your hands behind you, dropping your bottom to the floor, coming into our nice Pashmitanasana. So extend those legs out in front of you, maybe, scooting any cookies out from underneath you. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, grabbing the soles of the feet, taking as much of a bend in the knees as you need to take. Again, shoulders down the back. Crown of the head is long, pinky toes pull toward the body. Don't let it all curl in. Inhaling and lengthening. Exhaling and forward fold. Inhale and lengthen for the last. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, keeping the spine long, coming up into a nice seated staff pose. You can press your hands either side just to remember to lengthen and line ourselves up properly. From here, we're going to take Asana. So take the right foot, sole of the right foot, to the inner left thigh. Inhaling, reaching our arms up to the sky. Same thing as we did with Pashmitanasana. Exhale, forward fold over that left leg. Nice stretch here. Try and keep the right knee from popping itself up. Try and keep the hips square. Elbows pull back. Shoulders down the back. One more inhale to lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, keeping the spine long, shoulders, go ahead and roll them up, back, and down. We're going to reverse. So take the left sole of the foot to the inner right thigh. Inhaling our arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold over that right leg this time. Again, grabbing the sole of the foot, but bending as much as you need to. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Shoulders down the back. Elbows pull away from the foot. One more breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. If you find you're more flexible on one side, inhale and lift. If you find you're more flexible on one side than the other, that's totally normal. Most people have imbalances in their body, and that's why, well, part of the reason why we do yoga. It helps to balance us out. From here, let's go ahead and take Tarasana. So taking that longer diamond shape, we're placing the soles of the feet together, just like we do in Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose, or butterfly, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to take our hands to our ankles first, just to get ourselves all lined up, lengthening the spine, extending the crown of the head up, shoulders come down the back. Inhale to lengthen here, and exhale, fold through the hips. Now you can start walking your hands to the toes, taking your elbows outside of those legs if it's comfortable, trying to get our forehead to meet up here with our heels or our feet. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to fold through the hips. Remember, we're not curving the spine, trying to keep things as long as possible. Shoulders down the back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. One more breath here. It feels good. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, keeping the spine long and strong. We're coming back up to a seated position. If you've been practicing with me for a while, that is way farther than I normally get. I have just a lot of tightness in my IT band and everything that's going on. So just to show you, every day is so different. From here, we're going to take it into our Navasana to come back onto the mat. So same as usual, we're coming up, squeezing our thighs into our belly, lengthening through the crown of the head. Find that nice little balance point while your tiptoes are touching the ground. If you stay here, great. This is a fantastic place to practice. Knees are together, thighs are touching the belly, crown of the head is long. If you're going to go ahead and lift it, toes come off the ground, bring your shins parallel to the ground. Hands are still behind the knees. Great place to be. If you want to take it farther, there's always farther, isn't there? That's why it's so great. You're always working on something, working toward something. Always growth. If you're taking it farther, you are either straightening your legs. Some people like to straighten and continue to hold, or you are releasing your hands, legs stay parallel. Taking it even farther, you're lifting your legs up to the sky, trying to straighten, knees stay together, hands are released. Try not to fall down. We're just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Either release your toes back down to the ground and slowly roll your way back, or move down through half boat, keeping those legs lifted, belly down to the floor, releasing yourself slowly down to the ground. That is so hard to talk through, guys. So we're coming into our final bridge or wheel, depending on what you want to do today. If it's late where you are, go ahead and take a bridge because wheel can be pretty energizing. If you want the energy, maybe you've got a late night coming up, take the wheel, no big deal. Whatever suits you best. If you don't want to take either, don't. Stay in a tuck, come into a nice little ball. Whatever you want to do. I'm feeling very blasé today, can you tell? So we're walking our heels up to the fingertips, shoulders are down the back. Again, spine is long. You don't want any crunching here because you're about to lift and you need to keep that extension. If you're taking it into a bridge, on your next inhale, you're simply lifting your hips, pressing through your arms, maybe clasping your arms underneath your back. If you're coming into a wheel, you're placing your hands either side of your ears. You might want to point your fingertips just a little bit out because it helps to tuck the elbows in, give them a nice little squeeze. But everybody is exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. On your next inhale, press through the heels, lift the hips. You can come onto the crown of the head, or you can extend yourself all the way up. We're here for 3 breaths, inhaling for 1. Exhale for 1. Extend the crown of the head. Extend the tailbone away from each other so you don't have that crunch. Inhaling for 2. And exhaling for 2. Inhaling for 3. Exhaling for 3. On your next inhale, slowly come out the way you came in. So tuck the chin, coming down from your upper back, using your core, middle back, lower back. If it feels good, go ahead and take a tuck here. Release that back bend. Maybe roll side to side. We're coming into our final inversion, and then it is Shavasana. So whatever you want to take today, I'm going to, well, let's start in Viprichakrani, so legs up an imaginary wall. If you want to stay here, go ahead and stay here. Release your arms either side of the body and just hold it. This is such a restorative pose. If you want to take it into Halasana, you're going to press through the hands, roll the hips up and back, maybe taking your feet over your head. And you can touch the ground or you can work on touching the ground. Staying here. If you want to take it into shoulder stand, you've come with us through Halasana. I'm going to go ahead and take it into shoulder stand. Pressing our feet up to the sky, strong through the core. Use that core to extend yourself up and strengthen. Taking the hands as high as you can up the back to give you more length. We're here for 2 more breaths. And exhale. Shoulders away from the ear. Inhale. Exhale. Can you see how my body, if you're looking, when I use my core and when I engage that Mula Bandha, I go from kind of a floppy to a strong, lifted pose. We're all coming down. If you came into shoulder stand, you're coming back through Halasana to release. Eyes as close to the belly as possible as you roll yourself down. If you came into a headstand, make sure you take your child's pose. We're coming through Viprichakrani, so meeting everybody with legs up an imaginary wall, and everybody's slowly releasing down. Slowly, slowly. Belly's down, sucking down to the ground. And final twist. So we're taking twisted roots. Right leg comes over the left leg. 1 wrap or 2, doesn't matter. Arms are extended out to the side. Lift those hips, scoot them over to the right. Drop your knees to the left. Taking 3 amazing breaths here. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling for 2. Inhaling for 3. And exhaling for 3. When you're ready, or on your next inhale, we're pressing our knees back up to center. Realigning those hips. Pressing down through those heels. Left leg comes over the right. 1 wrap or 2. Scoot those hips over to the left. Drop those knees to the right. Inhaling for your first breath. And exhaling. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. Inhaling for 3. Exhale for 3. And we've done it. It's Shavasana, so shift your hips back to center. Move your knees, unravel, releasing everything you just held on to. Relaxing your body down to the ground. Just a quick little Shavasana here. Releasing our hands, releasing our legs, releasing any tension. Always remembering to make sure we scan our body from the toes all the way up to the neck and the face and the top of the head. Releasing every muscle you can to relax it. But I just heard something this morning in a practice I did, and I'd like to apply a slightly different Shavasana today. So we're relaxing, we've released. We're relaxing, releasing. And now we're focusing on letting that physical body drop into the mat and relax and melt. But we're in the spiritual body, however you personally take that. But feeling that energy that you just created inside of you lifting away from your body. So feeling that lift of energy separate from the physical body that's relaxed. Follow that energetic body up and around. Feel the separation between the physical body and the energy as they pull apart and the energy lifts up, releasing, floating. Feel the change that you might experience in your breathing or your body as these two separate physical and emotional feelings pull apart from each other, following that lift, that energy as it, I don't know, floats around, whatever feels like the right image to you. As it collects other energy, the sunlight, or maybe even the rain, letting it calm you, whatever is going on around you. Letting that energy just lift and release. Continuing to breathe, letting everything open. Muscles are still relaxed. There's no tension in the body, but the energy of your body is pulling up, lifting, and floating away from you. And as we begin to come back into ourselves, let that energy just sink back into your physical body. Again, feeling how your breathing might have changed, feeling any different emotions or energies throughout your body as you refocus on the physical and the energetic bodies as one. When you're ready, go ahead and take some motion in your fingertips, your toes, your hands, your feet. Stay where you are if you want to, or come with me, possibly taking a nice good morning stretch. Arms above the head. Taking a tuck, grabbing those knees, pulling your knees into your chest. Tailbone extending away from the crown of the head, pulling toward the opposite walls. Take a roll to the right side or the left, whichever feels more intuitive today. Take a breath here on your side. When you're ready, on the inhale, press yourself up to a nice comfortable seated position. Hands come to heart center. Inhaling, lifting your hands up to the forehead. On the exhale, fold yourself over your legs, however far they come. Take a moment here to open your eyes. Thank yourself for showing up on your mat. Thank your body for the work it just did. No matter how you felt about it at the beginning, it should feel wonderful now that you've made your body do the things it was made to do. On the inhale, lift yourself up. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. I know this was pretty different from what we've been doing, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you all very soon. Take care.